If you're at all familiar with whipping a dirt bike, as I'm sure many of you watching this video are, you might have also seen many times that the rider whipping will kind of drop his leg off the bike from the inside line, or, sometimes they'll even kick it up, but usually it's below the bike. So when they throw a whip out, they'll have their leg kind of flop underneath of it. And this is usually referred to as leg swag, which is something that has never really been a part of any video game in terms of dirt biking before, because usually it has to be some sort of animation, which in MX bikes, that is what Insane has now done. He's added an animation so you can throw a little bit of leg swag. He's actually dropped quite a few new animations on the MXB mods page of late. Is some idle sitting and standing options for the menu, as well as some new hand wave, flip off, and gun finger gestures. So we're going to kind of talk about it today and play a little bit of Shady's compound right here. But the gist of it is, as you guys maybe know with MX bikes, you only have so many like slots that you have for rider animations, and like some guys will do tricks and some guys will do other things like that with tricks, but the leg swag animation actually has to do with the tear off animation. So if you take away the tear off animation and install this leg swag animation instead, you can kick the leg out. And as you can see from this little behind camera view, you just see the leg kind of pop off. The left hand kind of comes with it because it's obviously the tear off animation, so he's like changed it so that the hand just stays close to the bar. But the biggest thing is that left leg kicking off, and this is just one of the base settings that Insane has generated for some leg swag options in the game, and more people I've already noticed are starting to play with it. I've heard that Pelster, I think is how you say it, who's got Pelster's Playground, he's been doing some stuff. And honestly, this is a pretty cool little addition because, like I said, a lot of people love throwing whips in this game, and it just gives you another option to like kind of throw some more style with the, some people call it like just the dog pisser or some weird things like that, but I've always called it leg swag. Some people call it leg steez. And now you can just absolutely get upside down and kick the leg out as well, and then crash like that. Like I said, though, this pack that he released, and I'm playing Shady's free ride, by the way, so you guys can see the big Shady up there. I'll include a link to that in the description below. The pack that he gave us, or released if you want to call it that, came with a bunch of new hand animation gestures. So you got the wave, which if I stand up, you can see the wave a little bit easier there. We also have flipping off. So if you sit down, you can flip off like that, or stand up and flip off as well. There is also, let's see, there's a head. There's like a head. Oh, there's the finger guns right here. So you could do it sitting or standing with the finger guns. And then there's a like head nod one as well, which is basically just like so disappointed. And this replaces, in your menu, you have like raised arm, you have victory or something like that it's called. Celebration, I think that's what it's called. And then you have complaint and stuff like that, and that just replaces all of those. The leg swag is just replacing your tear off animation. So if you're actually in first person, excuse me, and you are dirtying up your goggles, just ride around to dirty up the goggles a little bit so you can see some splotches already appearing on the screen, but we'll get it a little bit dirtier than that. You still actually do pull a tear off with this. It just now has eliminated that thing, which is, the actual hand coming up and doing something about the tear off in your way. Crash right there, maybe a little bit more dirt on the goggles. I don't know. Either way, you can see the big splotch there, kind of like where the planes are going. And if I do the leg swag, that splotch goes away, even though there's no tear off animation with the actual hand on the bars anymore. If I roll straight, you guys might be able to see this. So if we'll look left, you'll see the hand kind of like does this weird thing where it comes off. That's just literally the leg coming off the side right there of the bike, and the hand kind of reacting to it. Insane even said on this post, which you guys can check the link in the description for the post, he even said in the post that if you don't keep the bars like perfectly straight, the animation looks a little weird, which he's absolutely right about. Like, it looks like you keep the hand just like floating off the bar a little bit, and it can look really weird, but it also kind of looks a little bit sick sometimes, because it's just like, oh yeah, like you're just kind of doing leg swag plus one arm just kind of hanging out. And this is just like, honestly, it's so fun to just mess around with. Like, I just feel like I've just been doing these massive kind of sideways whips the whole time. I've actually been more preferably whipping this way pretty much my entire time playing MX bikes. But this has helped me learn how to whip this way a lot better so that I can do the leg swag. So I'm actually kind of keen to hear what you guys have to say about this. Is this something that has been long sought after, because I feel like when I first saw it, a lot of people were like, what? How can you do that? That's crazy. And some people, you know, have the ability to just make these animations themselves. Insane is just taking his first crack at it. But I love it, because honestly, what this reminds me most of is MX vs. ATV Unleashed used to have some like mods to it, where you could do these like kind of, you know, animations, I guess it would be. And there was some really popular like whip animations. So I don't know if anyone's really like experimented with that, with like having the body go a certain way, but you can kind of manipulate the body however you want in this game anyway, so I don't think you really need it. But yeah, the leg swag thing is pretty damn cool, because it's just so, I don't know, like, I guess random would be the right word, as something that you don't really think like many people care about, but so many people love to throw whips in this game that I just felt like, oh yeah, people must love this update. There's no way you're not a big fan of this update. And I just felt like I also had to, you know, use a character that is known for throwing a little bit of steez in Logan Carnow here. So a little bit of leg swag with Carnow, and he even reposted the little reel that we put up on our Instagram, and he was like pretty stoked about it as well. So yeah, do you guys like the leg swag animations? Do you also like the other animations that come with it too? Because you know, I like the gestures, I like the wind gestures and stuff like that, but I like that these guys still are finding new and innovative ways to like do some different things. I'm trying to remember what my look back is. There it is. So we can do some of our gestures here. There's the wave from the front. And where's the other gesture? Can you not do it? Oh, there you go. You can't flip someone off when you're looking back. That just looks so funny, like so mean mugging the camera while you're doing that. Here we go this way, and we'll flip off. There you go. Got the flip off gesture. And then this is the finger guns. From the front, it actually looks kind of funny. I gotta do it again. There we go. Like, if you're not really paying attention, you're like, what is he doing with his hands right there? And then obviously the head shake gesture, which honestly, there's been some head shake gestures already that I've seen before, but this is just another different one that Insane put out. Honestly, though, the leg swag thing is so sick. Just like so many different screenshots and, you know, whip animations and stuff like that you can now do with it. I really want to like maybe even start messing with animations myself and make some ones that go the opposite direction, so we can do some left foot and right foot leg swag. But I don't know how difficult or easy they are to manipulate. I'm assuming that it took Insane a little bit of time to do it, that it's going to take me a lot of time to do it, because Insane is literally insane at doing stuff like this. He is well known for making some really, really sick mods and stuff like that for the game. So I think if it took him a minute, it's probably going to take me a minute as well. So many fun jumps on this little compound too to test it out with. I'm trying to get the quarter pipe down, but I'm just not very good at it. Oh, almost landed it anyway. Almost did a little sick McTwist type of thing right there. The only thing I'll say about the leg swag animation is that like it's really cool for a couple angles, but like the foot is like so far down that it kind of just looks a little bit off sometimes. Like I wish it was a little bit more under the bike instead of off the back of the bike. Like it looks really good for like turn down whips and stuff like that, because the leg's just kind of hanging back there. But everything that's like straight up and down, the leg kind of feels like it's a little bit off. Like if you do an oppo whip, like the leg just kind of hovers there and goes inside the bike. And I don't know how you fix that though, because it is an animation, so it seems like it's kind of just stuck going one general direction based on where the hip is. But I wonder if there's like a way to manipulate it a little bit more and maybe make it so that it kicks out a little bit more. So when you do an oppo whip like this, it doesn't like look like you're doing a knack, and you kind of kick it up a little bit. And then, whoa, ooh, that was not a crash because I had the leg out, but that was certainly interesting. I wonder if you kind of like throw a bit of an oppo whip the other way, how it looks. Not bad, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't really vibe with kind of how it's supposed to look. I think it just works best with a standard good whip. Go off the ramp or take off standing up, and then just yacht. Yeah, just have the leg kick out a little bit right there. I don't know. I think this is pretty neat. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and let me know what other animations you're hoping to see kind of like added to the game to make it a little bit better, because we've already seen a lot of the bike life stuff. We've seen heel clickers and tricks and stuff like that. Now we got some leg swag. What else needs to be added? Do we need to have like some more hand gestures? Do we need different leg gestures added? Like even right there, that looked really weird, but that was sitting down. So I guess you need to be standing up for it to really work in your favor. Because if you're sitting down, it doesn't really work. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a weird one, but like sit down off this takeoff. Yeah, the leg just kind of goes inside the bike. Interesting. Anyway, this has been a little bit of rider animation update in MX Bikes. Leg swag finally now available thanks to Insane MX on MXB Mods. The download link is in the description below. If you guys have any problems with it, I'll do my best to help out with as much as I can. I'm not the best when it comes to like installing stuff and making sure I know it's in the right spot, but it's pretty self-explanatory on the thread. If you don't get it down though, happy to help out as much as I can in any shape or form. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little look at some leg swag in the game. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns with it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So long for now.